Man, as we fucking predicted, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League fucking tanked. Tanked,
It
man.
really did.
Like,
It really did.
I've been watching, like, what was it, Game Ranks I watched today on their review because I love watching their stuff. And even with some of them being big DC fans, they're like, this is fucking disappointing. I'm just like,
yeah,
it's a hot mess.
I watched a streamer, guy like he's a partner. Damn It to Hell is his name. Great streamer, love his content, and he was playing it, the early access of it.
Yeah,
and I watched him play for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And what I came away with is there are the bones of something really spectacular there.
yeah.
Like the voice acting, the jokes, the writing, like all of that. It's like, okay, like this is really something.
Mm.
And then you get into the gameplay loop, and the gameplay loop is terrible.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Rinse, repeat.
Like this would have been better off taking all of those audio files and turning it into a movie, like a CG movie.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like Final Fantasy Advent Children, like that kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
But do it like that, like, because the gameplay is just monotonous bullshit. And go here, raid this thing, kill the same enemy types over and over and over, rinse and repeat.
Protect the vehicle. You know, you're shooting the same.
Rescue the hostages.
It's like, fuck, man.
It's funny that you bring up doing the same thing over and over again, because welcome to the BPGN podcast. I've been beating the same dead horse for at least 2 years now.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
Nicely done.
Big Red.
How's it going, everybody? Good to see you.
And Deputy Chronic.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'm Captain Chronoton. I'm Captain Chronoton, everybody. Great to be here. This is how many episodes?
We are now episode 50.
Wow.
Whew. Man, mind you, we should have been more, but it was a weird year last year, so
yeah,
that's true.
It was a weird fucking year. But episode 50, people, we are here and still going strong.
Fuck yeah.
Fellas, do you recall in 2022 when we were talking about our generation entering in the dad rock era?
And my music, the music I like will never be dad rock. It'll always be hard rock forever till the day I die.
Well, as I was going through social media over the week, lo and behold, No Doubt is doing a reunion concert for Coachella this year in 2024. And all I could think is, fuck, I'm old. And
yeah,
I see this, I'm just like, they can't be the only band coming back this year. And there's a lot of like 90s, 2000s bands like coming back for a show, even a tour. Like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What are some on your guys' radar, or some that you're even shocked to even see come back?
Reed, especially because they did like what was that around the Death Magnetic tour? Because I remember this very
2009.
Yeah, so Metallica was on the Death Magnetic tour. Creed was like, "We're doing another tour," and within minutes, all their shows sold out immediately.
Yeah.
And then Scott Stapp or whatever really shit the bed and hopped back on the drinking wagon, and then kind of put that to an abrupt halt. But they got back together again. I think it's from all the memes and shit. That, or they got back together, then the memes came out.
Well, like
there's always been memes.
Oh, like they got like a lot of memes like more recently.
Just as vocals.
I mean, when I was in high school, the big joke was like Scott Stapp doesn't know consonants. Because the songs are all just There's no enunciation at all. It's just a series of vowels changing note a little bit.
I think when I was in high school, the joke with Creed is that if you were to take Creed, Theory of a Dead Man, and Nickelback, they all fucking sound the same.
Don't you
So
put that on
the
Creed?
ongoing
They don't
joke
sound
with
anything like Nickelback.
that is like, oh, they sound like that one band, called Theory of a Nickel Creed. So
All right, this might be a hot take. I don't know.
uh,
I would rather no what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I would rather listen. Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud.
Do it.
I'd rather listen to Nickelback than Creed.
Oh fuck!
All right, so what I'm going to do is put your opinion, put it in a trash can, and then kick it down some stairs, because that sounds a lot better than your opinion.
Now, here's the thing.
I will say this. I said that, and one of my Johnny Silverhand figures holding the nuke just jumped off the shelf.
He's like, yeet, I don't want to be in this room anymore.
Johnny was just like, what the fuck, Kron?
That is a sign.
He's like, the captain's going down on the ship on its own. I'm not no part of this. So here's the question,
That's
though.
hilarious.
If you're going Nickelback, are you going early Nickelback, or are you doing modern Nickelback then?
No, early.
Okay, I'll give you that then, because I didn't mind some early Nickelback back then, but I can't stand their new shit at all.
Crazy.
Oh God, yeah. If you today you pointed a gun at me and you're like, you have to either go to a Creed concert or a Nickelback concert, I would just take the gun.
Oh yeah, same. There better be 2 bullets in that thing.
Just shoot me.
The fuck.
You know, I'll go to the Creed concert. I will say this: I used to shit on Creed. It's like the reason why I'm such a bad person is because if I die and I go to heaven, if there is a heaven, I'm gonna be really upset because be playing the same 3 Creed songs with that one POD song. And then I started listening to more Creed. I was like, all right, they have solid albums. They're a great fucking band.
But POD did Rey Mysterio's theme song.
Which song was
shit,
that?
He did. Oh god.
Yeah, that's POD. That's Booyaka Booyaka 619. Rey Mysterio.
Holy shit. It's been a hot minute since I listened to POD.
I have like a few songs. I'm like Going In Blind, that's a great one. Mm-hmm. That one song about that school shooting, that's another great one.
What wasn't like, and then not even just music that we listen to or that we know of well, but like NSYNC coming back.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up NSYNC because I'm not gonna lie, I loved me some NSYNC when I was younger.
And then
it's crazy.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's crazy to think that now all the girls that fanned over NSYNC and Backstreet Boys are now like closer to 40.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And then I kept reading that there is potentially a Spice Girls tour happening because it's going to be the 25th anniversary of Spice World.
Wow.
I saw that in the theater.
I think my brother got that on VHS for his birthday. And yeah, but 25, fuck, dude.
That's a lot of years.
Good God.
I don't like that math, and I would like to unsubscribe from your newsletter.
Me too. Yeah, I remember like in the 2013, 2014, there was rumor. It didn't happen, but it was rumored that Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys were going to do a tour together. And yeah, that never happened. It wouldn't surprise me if that did, though. That'd be a huge money-making concert.
Fuck yeah.
Damn. And then
print money.
Oh, fuck. I think the reason why NSYNC, well, maybe not the main reason they came around again, but it may have been because that Trolls 3 film, because they debuted a new song on that, I heard.
I don't know. I mean, that would make sense. Those movies make a ton of money.
Oh, yeah. DreamWorks. And then finally, even though they've been going for a bit now, Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
I mean, if they start making music period, I'd be happy with that.
Is Wes Borland back with them?
Oh, yeah. He still is. And like I've seen concert footage of some of their shows, and the cover of the stage, it says new metal cowboy band, and it's playing like Johnny Cash, like Folsom Prison Blues, and you see like Fred Durst, Wes, they all dress up in like cowboy like attire with the tie and that, and he's like what is it, he'll come up on the mic and he'll be like, just a news flash, y'all. we're Limp Bizkit, and we're coming here to fuck shit up. And he starts going into break stuff. I'm like, shit, yeah.
Nice.
But like, they're even doing their own big tour starting this year, called Loserville, and there's a couple of acts touring with them. I have no idea who they are, but one name that actually surprises me. What was it? Fuck, I had his name in the back of my head here. Big '80s star. He's now a singer lately. He was in like Lost Boys, The Goonies.
That's Corey Feldman.
Sean Astin?
Corey Feldman, that's it. Yeah, he's on tour with Limp Bizkit this year.
Why not?
So yeah, the tour is called Loserville. I don't know when it starts, but it is this year. I'm like, that's a interesting mix.
Right. I think I've heard like a part of a song, and it was so bad I just turned on something else.
Yeah, I tried listening to Corey Feldman. I couldn't get into it. To each their own, but just wasn't for me. So, with talks of, all these bands that we're surprised to see coming back, what did we all think about, bands are still going to this day that didn't even fucking stop and take a breath?
Blackstone Cherry, baby, let's fucking go.
Right, Blackstone Cherry.
I know those kids. They're good kids.
Oh, I love that band.
Their sound changed a bit,
great.
but
yeah, they got more jazzy, bluesy. They got more bluesy with it, like very bluesy.
Yeah, just that
the cover
southern,
of War is solid.
That sound of like a southern blues metal kind of sound. I've always loved that sound.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Kentucky Headhunters.
I've heard of them. I've never actually sat down and listened to them.
I don't think so.
So Blackstone Cherry is essentially like the second generation of Headhunters.
Yeah. It's like their cousins, like their uncles and dads.
Yeah, exactly. And literally in several cases. But yeah, so they definitely have that like down home southern Kentucky.
They grew up together because of the hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and like they're from about 35-40 minutes from me is where they like really came in, and then they cut their teeth at a bar here in town.
Wow.
That also gave us like Cage the Elephant, gave us
The Roots,
Morning Teleportation, Nappy Roots.
Okay, sorry, I completely botched that one so hard.
Well, like you got 2/3 of it correct. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, their big hit was called "Oh No Hell No, Y'all Done Up and Done It."
Oh, okay.
It actually did get some radio play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a few songs I've heard from them though.
But Cage the Elephant, obviously the biggest one.
Oh, like, easily, yes.
And There Ain't No Rest for the Wicked was the fucking theme tune for one of the Borderlands, right?
Yeah, that was the first one, I think.
Yeah, it was actually the intro song.
I used to fucking live above the singer, man. World Small.
I got sick of that song so quick.
Yeah, no, we did too.
Yeah. I can Shake Me Down though is like my favorite song by them.
Good track.
Fantastic track.
As much
as
Matt's
a good dude.
Spiderhead as well. I think didn't their singer just get in some legal trouble kind of recently?
Oh, I mean, Matt. I've known him for a very long time. He was always into some shit.
So I know it's a bit of a hot take on this one, but I'd say Green Day. They've been fucking going. Now, will I say their newest shit I like? Not really. I think probably up to maybe 21st Century Breakdown was like their last full album I listened to. But they're still going. I don't know if strong, but they're still going.
No, I mean Green Day's they pissed off a lot of people on the New Year's Eve thing that they did at the Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. They played and changed some of the words in American Idiot to what did they switch? It's like I'm not going to be I'm not going to buy your MAGA ideals. They switched out one of their lines and they specifically said MAGA.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, when did Green Day get political?" And it's like fucking 1990.
Ever
not listen
since,
to
like, they literally have an
any of
album
the
called
shit?
American Idiot. Like, holy shit.
Like they've always been political.
I was only like a fan of like one of their albums, and they've had like singles here and there that I liked.
What was your favorite album?
Dookie, their best one.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Nimrod was my favorite.
Oh,
I
but
get that. Nimrod's a
my-
fucking fantastic album.
my-
I relate more to Dookie as well, though.
That's fair.
my all-time favorite song by them, "Jesus of Suburbia."
Oh, yeah.
That's a good track.
That's a fucking amazing track.
So, cool fact here. It's funny we bring up both Dookie and American Idiot. Dookie turned 30 this year,
Ugh.
and
That's
American
old
Idiot
shit.
turns 20 this year.
Wow.
So, and
Why?
they made an announcement because I believe they're going on tour with, I think it's Rancid this year. I think it's Rancid.
I think that's right. Yeah.
And they announced that they would be playing both of those albums in its entirety on tour.
Nice.
And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a good show.
Oh, that'll be an amazing show. Like, I know
I-
Rancid I've always wanted to see, just never had the chance to.
I'm just gonna start calling you Big Ben, but you don't ring every hour on the hour. Instead, you ring up fun facts of how old we were getting.
I don't want to hear shit from either of you all.
I was saying he's like, oh, this album turns 30, and you're like, ooh, that hurts to hear. And that album turns 20, ooh, also hurts. I remember growing up listening to Papa Roach when they kicked out. Fucking what song was it? Scars.
Okay.
I was like a wee young lad,
Are,
and
they're still
that song.
going,
That
aren't
album's
they?
probably like, yeah, that song's like that. That song's probably 20, 21 years old. Album Getting Away with Murder, or whatever album that was on.
I think I remember like seeing them live when Motley Crue was doing their Crue Fest tour, and Papa Roach, what was it? Buck Cherry, Trapped, and then Nikki Sixx's band 6 a.m. was playing with them.
That is the most butt rock concert I've ever heard of. That's so funny.
I will say this though, Buck Cherry sucked. They were so stoned.
Yeah.
Their show was horrible. But
that's definitely bad rock.
Papa Roach stole the show though.
Dude, Papa Roach fucking rule. I saw him live, and I actually got to touch the singer. We were like, we went to this thing called On the Waterfront. It's no longer around, and that's ass. But like, the singer was like in the crowd and everything. I was with two friends, and one of my buddies was watching like the band play, and we're like, my other buddy and I were like shaking him, like, fucking look to your right, look to your fucking right. The singer was literally on top of me, like all sweaty and shit, and he like looked over and like freaked out for a second because he was right fucking there. He didn't even realize, but they put on a great show. I would see him again in a heartbeat.
Captain, just hearing this context from him, all I'm hearing is like this one time at band camp.
I got a sweaty man on top of me. Can you guys do the same?
Just somebody like tuning in to this point and just to hear it know and be like, I just look around, this sweaty man's on top of me. But yeah. What about you, Captain? What are some bands that you would want to bring up that are still going that you listen to?
The Offspring.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
They never stopped rocking. I mean, you can go watch Idle Hands with Devon Sawa and a very young Jessica Alba, and they are there tearing up the stage. They're fucking great. They just have, and they're still punk as fuck, just like Green Day is. Green Day's still punk as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a huge platform now, but they use that platform to fucking give the finger to the government, and I fucking dig that.
Oh shit,
I love giving the finger to the government.
You bring up Idle Hands, and all I could think of is the scene of like the lead singer just like getting his fucking hair
Just getting his scalp.
Yeah.
Yep. That man has a PhD.
Right. I keep forgetting he has a PhD. Well,
You know who else is really overqualified to be a rock star?
who?
The lead singer of Iron Maiden.
Right. Fuck. He has a whole list of accomplishments.
Yes. He's just doing side quests at this point. He fucking got the main story done immediately. The dude can fly a 747, and he has. He owned one at one point.
Yeah, I think
Why not?
I think he flies their actual like Iron Maiden.
But
plane.
not anymore. I think they sold it. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, but it was fucking. Oh God, Ed Force One.
Okay, Ed Force One. I like that.
Yeah.
With Offspring though, I think I remember I saw them live once, and it was at like some like park festival or something like that, just like some carnival festival going on. They got the grandstand stage, and it was a free show, which fucking loved it. And at the time, I don't know what album it was, but all I remember the cover, it looked like some like mermaid with like chains around the wrist or something like that. I can't remember the
I mean,
album.
I'm not sure which one, but that sounds like an Offspring cover.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that. Editor will throw it up here. But
Yeah, fuck the editor.
I
That's what I tell
wasn't I wasn't too crazy about that new album, but just to hear them still being able to just belt out All I Want and all their fucking hits at that time, just fuck yeah, it's so good. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, they're fucking great.
But
go ahead.
Just speaking of that era of like, punk especially, did you hear that No Effects is done?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Was a Fat Mike announced it like towards the end of 2023 that they're finishing up their tour, and that's it. They're done. Same with Sum 41.
I mean, I did read that about Sum 41.
Yeah.
There's a band called Yumi at Six. They just announced that like they're kind of done too. They've been around since like the early 2000s.
Fuck.
Yeah, a pop punk band. So that's probably not in your guys' wheelhouse, but
No, but like growing up in like 90s 2000s, like we got exposed to it.
yeah.
And, like,
Well, they
there's
have
a few we like.
for those at home who have played a game called Dirt 2, their song "Save It for the Bedroom" was in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Badass song, fucking love it.
It's funny you brought up Offspring a little bit, there, Captain. I think they're currently on tour with Simple Plan.
Oh, that's dope.
And Sum 41, I believe, because there was one show I seen a video of, and I think it was in Canada here, that the lead singer of Simple Plan and Sum 41 joined Offspring for Why Not You Get a Job.
I love that fucking
That's
song.
such a good fucking jam. I love it.
I just love it. Just starts too. Just my friend. It starts here, and it stays there. Fucking great stuff. Yeah, that was like middle school for me. So yeah, that was.
Yeah. I think like it's funny that like half of the first half of the song is saying like my best friend's girlfriend's such a bitch, and like it reverses to the other one, like
my friend's got a boyfriend and she hates that dick. She tells me every day.
That mix of like Jamaican drums together just works so good too. Like fuck. Oh my god.
Oh, and I mean, right there with it is the "Pretty Fly for a White Guy."
Oh hell yeah!
Give it to me, baby.
That was like in.
It's so of its era. Like
it's painfully 2000s.
It is from that. It's kind of like how you can't remake RoboCop, right? You do it and it fails because RoboCop is essentially 80s.
It's a product of its time.
You cannot make it exactly. It just does not work. Same thing with Total Recall, and same thing with Pretty Fly for a White Guy. You could never try to do something like that again because that time has passed.
It's funny that those Offspring songs, especially like that era of Offspring in the 90s, like if there was a comedy coming out, you guarantee it was in there. And especially if Rob Schneider was starring in the fucking thing, there was an Offspring song in there easily. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess Come Out and Play was my favorite one by them.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna be binging Offspring next week for my next fucking 3D project, I swear to god.
I know if I didn't like exclusively listen to audiobooks on my commute to and from work, I would get a lot more music time, but
there you go.
Gotta get my reading in.
Fuck.
Fucking nerd. Sorry, need your
Yeah.
Did any of you guys listen to Bullet for My Valentine?
They have like one song I like. It's Tears.
Oh, Tears Don't Fall.
They crash around me. That song, yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple few good songs, and yeah, they're still going. I think they got a new album in the works with a different record company that they just signed with last year.
Them and My Chemical Romance, for some reason, they're two totally different genres of music.
Yeah.
But like my brain just mixes the two up all the time.
It's not wrong, really, because it's It's that
It's the same
fucking
era.
it's the same emo era, which
Yeah.
if it didn't really show like make any gray hairs appear, like last year we had the When We Were Young festival in
Oh
I
Vegas.
saw
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And
And
like
my
just the
beautiful baby boy Tony Hawk was there.
oh fuck. Well yeah, you saw the set list and you see like My Chemical Romance, Paramore, Green Day,
I love
like
Paramore.
the list goes on.
Avril
Like,
Lavigne was there too. She was hanging out with Tony Hawk.
oh fuck.
That's how I found out that they were doing that. Was they had like a picture together and some Skater Boy reference.
Of course. Of course
She
it'd
can
be
still get
Skater
it.
Boy references when you're with Hawk. Good lord.
I love the stories that like Tony Hawk posts on Twitter. Like he was
Yeah,
like
those are
flying
funny.
and he put like a skateboard in like the carry-on bin above, and someone like one of the flight attendants saw that, and she's like, "Who the is Tony Hawk on this thing?" Looks down, huh? Guess he is.
Well, like, you know, even going like talking about, bands are still going, like, isn't like Real Big Fish? Or
Fuck yeah, they
I
are.
know the Aquabats are still going too.
Yep.
Because I know
Yeah,
they
the fishes are still touring.
yeah, and then I don't think Less Than Jake is though.
I don't think so either. I haven't seen anything from them in a long time.
There needs to be a ska revival. That's what the
Fuck
world.
yeah,
That's
there
what America
does.
needs right now.
You know
Is a
what?
ska
Yes.
revival.
It wouldn't surprise me if it came back, or if there's one silent, quietly going underground that's going to emerge soon.
That'd be pretty punk rock.
Because, like, yeah, ska music, like, I know there's a big majority that may not like it, but it's good party music. Like, you can't
Right.
deny it.
Well, I mean, and this would be if it does come back around. That's fourth wave.
Yeah.
So it'll be its own unique thing.
It's
Because like
just that
third wave ska is like your Fishes and your Less Than Jake and
Mighty Boss
fucking
Tones.
Goldfinger.
yeah, Boss Tones, Goldfinger. Yeah, that's your third wave ska. So
What's
fourth
the
wave, we'll see.
what was the first wave ska?
That would have been like
Uh,
80s?
well, first. I mean, yeah, first wave ska actually it's fun. It predates reggae.
Really?
Right.
That upstream or upstrum and everything
Mhm.
is actually what inspired a lot of reggae music. But yeah, first wave ska would have been stuff like the Specials, like Ghost Town,
Yes.
the song from the beginning of Shaun of the Dead.
That was in Skate 2.
This town is humming like a ghost town.
Town.
Right. Okay, I know that
This-
one now.
Yeah.
Man. But it's funny that you bring up Goldfinger there, Gnome, because
yeah, Goldfinger.
during COVID, the band got together and did like a live
Yeah.
Zoom play of Superman.
Live stream. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that song
That was
fucking
dope.
rules. That's my favorite song by him.
it does.
Oh, such a good fucking jam. My God.
Salute.
Oh, big time. I'm just trying to think of any other bands that are still going that we grew up with.
So I don't know if they're still currently playing, but they kind of fit into both categories. System of a Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Because they were around for a very long time, and then they took a break, and then they got back together and did a tour or two, and then I think they're done again. But they kind of fit that reunion aspect. But dude, they did not put out a bad album.
No, I agree. Not one bad album I can think of.
Their sound evolved tremendously over time.
Yes.
But it fit. Like if you listen to all of their albums in a row, it's like a narrative. Like it actually tells the story of the band.
Oh yeah.
And their experiences. Like you get that like Lost in Hollywood off of it was Hypnotize or Mesmerize.
Mm-hmm.
But it just talks about like how disillusioned they'd become. Like making it big superstardom in America. And then they're supposed to be this punk rock Armenian band avenging the fucking genocide. Like there was this disparity, and it shows in their music. It's so good.
What's your if you were to pick one song that's your favorite? What would it be? For me, it's Sugar.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Fuck. BYOB is up there for me.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. Fuck. What's the pizza song?
Oh,
Or just I'm thinking
Terracotta pie.
pie.
Terracotta pie.
Terracotta pie. I
Oh,
can't even. I'm looking up the
it's
lyrics.
called chicken stew.
oh okay.
That's what it's called.
What a splendid pie! Pizza pie! Every second, every minute, pie!
Isn't that the song that
Yeah,
goes?
that's off of Still This Album.
Isn't that the same song that goes like banana like
Pepperoni and green peppers, mushrooms, olive chives. Pepperoni and green peppers, mushrooms, olive chives.
fuck, such a good dude. Oh my! So
that one gets stuck in my head and just lives there, rent free for weeks at a time.
What was that one song I really love by him? It is about Hollywood, but I don't think it's Lost in Hollywood.
It's like there's the one that's like Hollywood baseball.
No, it's
old school Hollywood baseball.
Is it Lost in Hollywood? Yep, Lost
old
in
school
Hollywood.
Yeah, there's old school Hollywood and there's Lost in Hollywood.
It is Lost in Hollywood. I was thinking of. Lost in Hollywood fucking rules. That's my favorite.
So Lost in Hollywood's off of Hypnotize?
Mesmerize.
It's off of Mesmerize as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I do like old school Hollywood too.
My brother would always sing the song about pushing little children with the fully automatics.
Holy shit.
Push around. That song by them.
Yeah.
So I know we're talking a lot like punk, rock. There are two groups that I just remembered now, and they're more on like rap, hip hop, 80s, 90s. Wu-Tang Clan got back together last year, and they're doing shows. I think they're even touring Canada as well.
They're for the kids.
Oh fuck! If they were coming close to my hometown, I'd go. And then I believe A Tribe Called Quest.
Nice.
Which, fuck yeah. Like, both those groups are good. Like, if Mad Mike was still around, I would love to see a Beastie Boys tour. I would go, like, day one to go see them. Fuck, that's like what's your, like, I'll ask this afterwards, but there is one other group. I don't know if it qualifies as a reunion tour because it's only half the band. Pantera?
Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on that.
Because, like, yes,
the
guitarist and the drummer are both dead, but you got Phil Anselmo and Rex on bass, but you have a drummer replacing them and Zach Wild on guitar.
I mean, Zach Wild is a good replacement.
Yeah, because him and Dime,
got to replace. Yeah, exactly. If somebody's got to play in place of Dimebag, then Zach Wild is the obvious choice.
Yeah, I think the drummer was from Anthrax.
I
just don't know his name.
He was in Hell Yeah. Well, that was a band after Damage Plan kind of went tits up for the obvious reason. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Oh, Damage Plan was good though. I liked him.
Yeah, they only had that one album, which sucks that they didn't weren't able to crank out more.
Fuck. So the question.
So okay, I've got one. It actually works as a double.
Oh.
There is a Swedish hardcore punk band called Refused. They've been around since 1991.
Is it Samurai?
It's fucking Samurai. From Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh.
Refused is the band that was chosen to be Samurai.
Oh shit.
And Samurai in the game broke up and then got back together in 2077 and reunited for 1 gig only.
Oh shit.
With V standing in for Johnny.
Not bad.
But it's a real punk band that's been around since the 90s. And is also a fictional band that broke up and did a reunion.
Fuck.
One show only. God, they have one song. I think it's called New Noise. That song is in a lot of shit. I remember finding out about that song in 2014 because one of the guys that would when we were in the locker room, that was one of the songs he'd always play, and that song fucking rules. And then if you ever heard of a show called The Bear, if you have Hulu or whatever, they occasionally play that song in the intro to it. You know right away. It's like, you hear the guitar, and you're like, I know this fucking song. and then it goes for a little bit, and then it kind of does a little breakdown with electronic drums, and then the guy just yells, "Can I scream?" Yeah, it's a great fucking song.
I think my wife is currently watching The Bear. Like I don't know what season she's on, but she's been watching it lately.
Only one season's out right now.
There's 2 seasons of The Bear's out. There's 2 seasons now.
Oh, there's only 2. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, they released mid last year.
Yeah. Dude, I can't watch that show. It's too realistic in terms of food service. And it gives me PTSD.
If you ever seen Shameless, it's got the guy from Shameless on their lip.
Yeah,
the dude is a phenomenal actor. Like, it's a breath of fresh air for like new shows. The directing on it's fantastic. It's great. As long as you don't have PTSD from working in the restaurant industry, it's a great watch.
Like, I kind of relate to Captain on that. Like, no, I did not work in like any food industry or anything, but to like hear the scream, yelling, and like stress in there, like I've been like to be in that environment, like whether it be like construction sites or shit, I'm just like, I've heard enough of it. I can't fucking do that.
It's
for me, it was just like the chef, and I was like, nope, can't do it.
Yeah.
Or that there's an episode where like this girl sets up this online ordering thing, and then she fucked up and made it so people can pre-order food. And so like right away, like they're like, all right, we're turning on the new system, and it's just about to blow up already. They've been open not even a minute, and the thing is like food, and he's just freaking out. They have to make like these cakes, these little desserts, and the guy's been fiddle fucking around for like the past week trying to perfect this donut.
Holy.
And he's like so behind, and like the guy's like, I finally figured out the issue. I finally figured, it's like, are you trying to fuck me right now? I've been telling you that to keep making these fucking cakes. Why are you fucking me right now? And he slaps the donut out of his hand.
Oh,
and like those two people quit.
Like, I think last night
it was both their faults, but of course he's the one to apologize.
I think last night she was watching like it looks like a Thanksgiving episode or whatnot, and like my wife knew like I'm becoming more of a fan of John Mulaney, and she's like, check it out, and it's John Mulaney sitting at the Thanksgiving table with them. Like, no shit. But like,
did you also see that the mom there was from? I want to get some horror movie. I can't think of it.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis was the mom.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Fun.
Bob Odenkirk. As well.
I can never remember the actor's name, but he played Punisher in the Netflix series. Yeah,
John Bernthal. Yeah, that episode blew my fucking mind with how many stars they had in there.
Yeah, it's impressive. I wouldn't sit there like and actually start watching the series, but like see John Mulaney there, he's like this kind of like this nervous little like twiggy figure just sitting at the table. Yeah. It was like, oh fuck, yeah, that's Mulaney. But yeah. If you guys have not seen his newest special, Baby J, fuck, go watch it. My God, it's so good. It actually talks about like him going through his intervention and like rehab and shit.
I've seen clips of it.
Yeah,
he breaks up with his drug dealer, and he's like, "Why am I breaking up with you? You're such a nice guy."
Yeah, no. I think it went like he just like, "Hey, I'm in rehab. I'm getting clean. Goodbye." And he's like, "Hey, just to let you know, I only bought you drugs because I didn't want you to find any other bad things elsewhere." And he's like, I know, right? And I'm breaking up with this guy? You sweet man. Like it spirals off to that. But yeah, great fucking special. Yeah, so the question I was thinking back to when we were talking about like bands that are either reuniting, breaking up, or still going, what is the band you guys would love to see do a reunion? Now, that also goes for groups that has like a key member that's dead as well.
Motorhead.
Yeah, Motorhead would be on my list too, easily. I want to see, but I would want the original lineup of Motorhead.
I mean, I as long as Mickey D's on drums and Lemmy's singing, I'm happy with the rest of it.
Yeah, Mickey D's good, but yeah, like amazing. the original lineup of Motorhead, I would love to see more than anything.
I saw Mickey D play Overkill when I saw him play with the Scorpions on that tour with Megadeth. Dude, he still had it back then. That was like 7 years ago.
Shit. I think it's a big stretch because there's only I think one or two members alive still to this day.
Motorhead?
I want to see the Ramones.
Oh, Ramones,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think there's only two remaining members of the band still alive. I know the drummer's still around, and I want to say the bassist. I think so. Like I know like Johnny, Joey are long gone, but yeah, there's like only two members are still around to this day. Like, fuck. Captain, how about you?
The Cramps.
Okay. Are any of them dead or just not together anymore?
Yeah. Lux Interior died in 2009. Lux and his wife Poison Ivy were the only two like consistent members of the band. The rest rotated.
Wow.
Um, but when Lux died, Poison said that they would never do another show because there is no band without him. But I've watched video of their concerts on YouTube, and what a fucking show! Like I would have loved to have seen that.
Um, like I would like to see a proper actual tour of it, but last year there was a Misfits reunion concert,
Mm-hmm.
but I would like to see a proper tour be done. Like it would probably be a mix between Misfits and Danzig on tour, my guess, if they were to do it, but I'd still pay and go. I'm not a big Danzig fan, but I would be there for Misfits in a heartbeat though.
Yeah.
Because shit, yeah. Actually, speaking of them, Green Day did a cover of Hybrid Moments,
Mm.
and it's really good. If I could find the link from, I think I sent it to somebody through TikTok. I'll have to send it to you guys because my God, it is so good. Like, holy shit.
Speaking of bands that are like would that like when a key member died, they kind of broke up from it.
Yeah,
Static X, I think it's kind of disgusting that they've toured without Wayne. Because
yeah,
like
Yeah.
that's like he was like the main guy of the band. Like that
Yeah.
was the main reason why people were like going to see them was because of Wayne.
and now isn't the lead singer like have like this cyborg kind of mask that mimics him?
No
Like his
idea.
hairstyle and everything?
I only liked one song by them.
Mm-hmm.
It was the only song I ever heard by them, and it's push it, just push
Yeah.
it,
Oh,
push it, push it, push it. That's that song.
uh,
It's called Push
It's
It.
called Push It.
yeah, I know. There's another song of theirs I liked. I think it was what was it? Wisconsin Death Trip or something like that. They had a lot of good fucking songs. Like the first one I ever heard from them was from the Green Brutal Legend, and it was a song
Mhm.
called Love Dump.
Rest
And
in peace,
it's
Brutal
just
Legend.
oh, but I'm actually doing another playthrough of that game already for
Yeah, the
this
game
year,
rules.
and I'm stuck on the final fight.
Yep.
And I'm like, God damn it. I used to like beat this fight no problem like years ago. Why am I struggling with this shit now? I actually fucking rage quit the fucking game because I was so pissed. It's like, fuck. I used to own this, no problem. But yeah, no,
I,
Static X is a good one though, I would say. Yeah, I don't know of any other bands I can think of though.
that like that the key member died, and every that like they should just kind of break up from that.
Now, like it's a hot take, but I think Ozzy, well, no, that's wrong. I can't say Ozzy should have stopped after Randy Rhoads. He had a bunch of other amazing songs when Zach Wilde
Yeah.
joined. Um,
Did
yeah,
you ever see the video? Like they isolated his guitar solo in Crazy Train,
yes.
and
It
like
had like,
as he's listening to the first time since recording it.
yeah. No, that guy had like amazing fucking talent with that guitar. Son of a
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of the bands I could think of are ones we already talked about. Like I know Pantera. It's weird not seeing Dime on stage, but like again, you have Zach Wilde with them, and that's pretty fucking close as you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
to sing Dime, so that's at least a good cover. I think for Metallica, they should have waited and not get Jason Newsted after Cliff Burton.
I will say this: they did him really dirty because like
Yeah.
the first album he was on, there's like no bass to it. It was kind of pointless having him even record his fucking lines.
That was for Injustice for All, right?
I think so.
Yeah, like you couldn't even hear the bass. It was almost fucking all drums and everything else.
Yeah, drums and guitar.
Yeah, shit.
But I mean, still to this day, James Hetfield can fucking chunk it with the best of them.
Yeah, well, like I will say, like what I'm trying to say is that like if they waited out, they would have missed out on some, good songs in the 90s or so. But they really should have waited out for Robert Trujillo. Because like he's way fucking better than Jason Newsted in my opinion.
I don't know. I loved a lot of the shit that Jason kicked out with that band.
Yeah.
It just they did him dirty and they treated him like shit too.
Yeah.
So he kind of got the shit out of the stick regardless
Mm-hmm.
with that whole ordeal. If like they were more in a clear mindset and not if they were like to accept that like a lot sooner that he's not coming back, Cliff,
Right.
that they would have like had some fatter bass lines on the album instead of just strictly guitars, drums, and James Hetfield.
Yeah. Another artist I could still say is going very strong to this day is Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's still fucking
And he just got one of his original band members back. I don't remember who it was, but it was someone that was not like White Zombie,
No,
but
no.
like early on, like Hellbilly Deluxe era.
Ooh,
Someone just rejoined for this new tour.
fuck. I wonder
I don't
if
remember who it
it's
was though. I saw a notification.
I'm gonna have to look it up because like I wonder if it's the original guitarist because I know John Five, he's currently with Motley Crue now. He replaced Mick Mars, I think, in the fall last year. But yeah, that would be sweet. Damn. Yeah, because like Hellbilly Deluxe is still like his best album to this day. Like
It's a good one.
I remember he released Hellbilly Deluxe 2 and it was okay. Hits and misses, but I still prefer the first one. Um
What was his one? Something horses?
Oh, yeah, that fuck, I'm gonna look it up. It's been so long. Because I know that one had amazing songs on that one. Let's see. I'm just gonna look it up here, Rob Zombie.
Yeah, I remember really liking that one when it came out.
Because that may have been Educated Horses.
Yeah, that's it.
And I think the song I liked the most on there was probably uh American Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either that or Lords of Salem. It's just good.
Which later became a movie.
Did you watch that?
Mm-hmm.
Was it any good? I never got around to watching Lords of Salem.
It was good. It was a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah. I think what was it here? Because I haven't
It's
seen
no Devil's Rejects, but
no. Like yeah, because I've seen the Firefly trilogy and I like all three of those films. They're really good.
yeah, Three from Hell surprised me. It was good.
I was worried about that one because I know like Sid Haig died like before that it was even filmed.
He had one scene.
Yeah, oh right, he did too. What about who the fuck was it? Didn't he do he did the Munsters, right?
Yes, he did do the Monsters.
So here's a question for you. Where he is right now, do you think he's better as a musician or as a director? If you were to choose, I understand it might be tough.
I think he's had more mainstream success as a musician.
Yeah.
His films, while I enjoy them, it is a very small audience type of thing.
I will say this though, like, I'm sorry.
I was say like The Devil's Rejects is one of my absolute favorite horror flicks out there, but it is brutal and unrelenting. There's some jokes in there, but they're all very dark. It's not for everybody.
No, it is definitely not.
I was like watching a video that was talking about a House of a Thousand Corpses,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and they said that like that movie like really changed slasher films forever, like horror movies, period. Because like for a while, like their target audiences were typically like high school kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after that, it just was more adults. With like after that, with how like he changed the movies with the House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
So I mean, he might not have had a lot of commercial success, and like might be a very niche. He still like really shook the film industry as a whole with just one movie.
Oh, he pretty much made Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but actually showed the kills.
Also that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the one thing like I do give him credit for. He does not shy away on showing how gory the kills are. Like holy shit.
He's like a horror Quentin Tarantino.
Ooh. Man, to think that like he's gonna be doing his 10th film and that's it.
Yeah.
Tarantino?
Yeah, like the title for the film so far is called The Critic. That's all we got. But I personally hope that like there's more to it than that. But I can't even say there's any Tarantino films I hate. Not to bring them up.
I've yet to see Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown's pretty good.
Oh, it's good.
I will say this. That his second movie that he directed,
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, I think he's a little overhyped.
That turns 30 this year, by the way.
Oh, right. Fuck you.
Sorry, it's just you bring up Pulp Fiction. My brother was born in 94. And I was like, oh, you fucker. Because funny, he gets Pulp Fiction, but I got Reservoir Dogs. I was like, fuck. Good film, I mean,
Reservoir Dogs, despite it, being a very minimalistic movie, it's great storytelling.
Oh yeah, Reservoir Dogs is great.
Well, like he wrote the script for True Romance, and the money he
sold
got he got the money from that, and apparently he got money from the Golden Girls TV show because he was in there playing what the fuck was it? An Elvis Presley impersonator in a room with other Elvis impersonators, and he got money for that, and that's what funded Reservoir Dogs.
He also, I don't know when the time frame was, but he also wrote and sold the script for Natural Born Killers, and then had his name removed from the credits because it was so far removed from his original script.
I think that should be around that time too. Because there's been like, what was the last week I was listening to a few podcasts involving him. And I believe they did bring up both True Romance and Natural Born Killers on that. But yeah, I think the one movie I have not seen yet of his is The Hateful Eight.
It's good. It's long-winded, but it's good.
Yeah, like somebody told me that it's just a Western Reservoir Dogs, which I'm like,
yeah,
I might give it a go one day. So, getting back to music here, one group I could say is still going strong to this day that I completely forgot about, Tenacious D.
Oh yeah,
fuck yeah.
Tenacious D is still fucking going, man.
I saw them live, and that fucking ruled.
You lucky fuck.
And when I saw them, what tour? The Pick of Destiny. It wasn't even a concert; it was a fucking show.
Oh, goddamn! Like that.
Yeah, I love the fucking D.
Oh, like, did you hear their song that they released last year, Video Games?
Yes.
It was so fucking good. Shit.
Oh. Well, and Kyle and Jack both are just such talented people and such good people.
Yeah.
Like, Jack had for a while during the pandemic, he had his Jables YouTube channel.
Games? Fuck, I watched the
shit Jablinski Games.
Yeah.
Does he still do anything with that?
Keep Jabling, Jables.
Yeah. I watched every episode that came out, man. I loved that
He was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he made
Kyle
that
is just killer.
I think he made that to like bond with his kid more.
Yeah, play games.
Yeah.
But like every episode it was like, what's Jables? Sorry, no video games today. And it's like, but you're going on tour with me, and we're going to Disneyland one day. It's like, oh shit. But no, that was awesome. I've been hoping that he comes back with another episode.
He's one.
I know. I'm still subbed.
I want to meet and hang out with.
Oh, I got alerts and I'm subbed. Like the minute he comes back. The last one I think he did was when he broke his fucking ankle, like on the Conan O'Brien like farewell.
Yep.
Fuck. He pretends to break his ankle, but actually breaks the fucking thing. Like, my God.
That's some wrestling bullshit right there.
I remember when like when Conan O'Brien was like, "Hey, I'm kind of hanging up the gloves now. I've been doing it for a long time." I'm in the r/Norm Macdonald subreddit, and everyone on there was like, "He better go on there. He better go on there. Conan better have him on there." And then he wasn't. Everyone was pissed off, and now that that the event has had happened with Norm Macdonald, I can see why he never went on, because of the whole dying thing.
Yeah.
You could over time you could see like Norm Macdonald like gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. And the signs were there, but hell, I didn't know he was sick.
Oh, nobody did.
No, that was the same thing with like Gilbert Gottfried and like a few
Paul Ribbons.
Yeah, Paul Ribbons. And then fucking
second.
What the fuck was his name? He played
Chadwick Boseman.
Thank you. Yeah, like they didn't say shit. They all kept it quiet until we all found out.
Apparently even Kevin Feige didn't know until like a week before Chadwick died that Chadwick was even sick.
Wow.
Although Norm not telling anyone that he was dying is the most.
That makes so much sense for Norm, though. Yep.
Yeah, he made a joke about it, and it flew under everyone's radar until after he passed.
Yeah.
Which he was like, I don't know why all these celebrities announce that they have cancer and try and get sympathy from all these people.
Yeah. And
then there's an event that happens when one of them dies. You're like, he's dead? I didn't even know he was sick.
So
and he did exactly that.
So, question I got for you guys here. When we were talking about music earlier, I kind of thought of, give me a band which, whether with the singer, guitarist, drummer, anyone in that band, was more successful on their own than they were with that band when they started.
I mean, Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters.
That's fair.
It's obvious. Killmeister, Motorhead, and Hawkwind.
Yeah, Lemmy. I would say Ozzy for me. Like, yeah, he was with Black Sabbath, and then I can't remember, did he quit or he got kicked out?
Yeah, kicked out.
And then Dio took over, but like,
right? Fuck yeah, Ronnie James Dio. Like, I'm a huge stan.
So if you love that, Captain, get this. Our basement tenants just got a new puppy, and they named him Dio.
Fuck yeah,
exactly like that. And yeah, he's a cute little fucker. Oh my god, he's only like 6 months old right now.
Is he?
Oh, so he's a terror.
Yeah. so
God damn it, Gnome.
Anytime I see him jump like head first into a snowbank, all I could hear is like "Holy Diver" because he's going for it. But yeah, just like it. To think like if Ozzy didn't get kicked out of Black Sabbath, like, holy shit.
Or another. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Megadeth and Dave Mustaine.
Yeah, that's right. He got kicked out of Metallica.
Yep, recorded an album, and they were like, "We don't want to play with you no more."
Yeah, fuck. But yeah, Dave Grohl. Yeah, that's the comeback story of anything. Like,
yeah, he went from being the fucking drummer in Nirvana to being the frontman of one of the biggest rock groups of the last couple of decades.
Oh yeah.
Wait, that's the same guy? I just thought he was a lot like him. I like the meme.
Anyone ever noticed that the drummer from Nirvana and the singer from the Foo Fighters look the same?
Dude, if Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters shaved his beard, he would look a lot like the drummer from Nirvana.
Though, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure this is fairly common knowledge, but the first Foo Fighters album, the actual recorded album, is just Dave Grohl.
Yeah, he did everything.
Guitars.
He recorded every single instrument himself.
Backup vocals, main vocals.
Yep.
Fuck, what
Dude,
talent?
that album is magic still.
Oh, it is. It's fucking amazing.
It's
Oh.
kind of funny that like him and God, who's his guitarist? Uh,
Pat
Joe?
Smear of the
Pat
Germs.
Smear, Pat Smear. Yeah,
Yep.
that like Pat Smear, or he was a fan of Pat Smear when he was in the Germs. Uh, and then fucking Nirvana comes out. Pat Smear's a fan of Nirvana. Nirvana's supposed to be a 2 guitar band. He's like, fucking get in Nirvana. And, they stopped being fans of each other, became peers, and then they both create one of the biggest rock bands of all time.
Yeah. Fuck. Like, I think my favorite song by Foo Fighters is still what was it, Let It Die?
That's a
Mm.
great song.
Yeah, like I know it's somewhere between that or Walk.
Oh, that album, Wasting Light,
Yeah,
is
that
magic.
that whole album is fucking beautiful start to finish.
I
He
love.
said when you said walk, I was like Pantera.
Yeah, and I was making sure. I was
Wanna
like,
walk
I'm
again.
pretty sure it's Walk. I'm like, because yeah, I know
It's Walk.
Pantera has one, but
I've got Panteras in my head because Rob Van Dam wrestled on AEW last night, and they got his original ECW music, which
Ooh.
is "Walk" by Pantera.
fucking A, buddy. Oh my god.
Yeah, RVD in 2024 walking out on television to Pantera's "Walk," and I'm like, what is happening?
He is.
I just hope they had the parts like "Walk on home, boy."
Oh, I don't think they would have that.
Smack.
Oh.
Walk.
say?
What'd you say?
Say.
Oh, yeah.
And RVD just Rob Van Dam.
What would you say? Like, what'd you guys think of Foo Fighters album Concrete and Gold?
At first, I thought it was very mediocre,
Yeah,
and then I gave it some time, came back to it. I like it a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think too much of Concrete and Gold. I think there was one album I didn't like that much, it was
If you say Sonic Highways, I will drive to Canada illegally and punch you so hard in the penis.
I couldn't remember the title, but you just helped me. I guess I'm getting punched in the penis because it is Sonic Highways.
Dude.
I wasn't too much of a fan of that album. I don't hate it, but I wasn't a fan of it.
Go on a road trip, just throw on that album. That's one of my favorite go-to albums. If I don't know what I want to listen to, I throw on Sonic Highways,
Yeah.
chase it down with a little bit of Wasting Light.
Mm.
Sonic Highways, in my eyes, is just pure magic because it's all very real shit. And
Okay.
a lot of it's taken from like interviews from like Muddy Waters, Dolly Parton,
Hmm.
some what's his name?
Joe?
Goes to the cover of his song. Yeah, Joe. I can't think of his last name.
Mama.
I
I got it. I got it.
I was really hoping would take the bait, but he did not.
I said
No,
I threw the pitch and Captain came in with the swing.
That's good.
Oh, fucking A.
But yeah, goes to the cover of his song. If you have ghosts, that guy, rest in peace.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Pat Smear, yes. Fun fact, also interviewed in that. But like they went to like 7 different cities, like Los Angeles, Austin, Nashville, Chicago was actually number 1. That's Something from Nothing.
Okay.
So like if you like sort of know the backstory of like all the songs, it's very interesting and like you get more appreciation for it.
Okay. I'll maybe give it a go next time. Another successful solo band I would say is probably Black Veil Society with Zakk Wylde.
Yeah.
Like man, mind you, he didn't leave Ozzy, but at one point his sound of Black Veil Society was going more on Ozzy Osbourne's music lately. And at one point I think Ozzy just said like you're just making me sound like Black Label. Like you might as well just go do your own thing, and that's what he ended up doing. I think like the last album he was on with Ozzy was Black Rain. But Yeah, after that, I don't know who the fuck is playing for him now, but doesn't really interest me. But I would like to hear another Black Label Society album come out soon because I don't think he's had a bad one.
I've been meaning to sink my teeth into him for like years, but I
Oh,
only just wind up listening to Stillborn and like one other song. There's one music video they had, and I could never find it on YouTube after watching it the one time.
what does it look
Where
like?
it's just like a cheesy karate movie or whatever. Uh,
Oh, Overlord.
yeah,
And
uh,
it's him literally ripping off Kill Bill in like a
yeah,
very cheesy kung fu fashion.
yeah.
It's an amazing fucking song. Yeah, oh, I think if I were to pinpoint a song for you guys to listen to by them, it would have to be Concrete Jungle. It not his most popular ones. Like there's so many songs by his band that weren't like very popular than like Stillborn. Um my personal favorite is Crazy or High. And because it starts with like this like it sounds kind of slow with acoustic at first, and then halfway into it, it just goes straight into electric, and it's just heavy distortion, and just you can't help but headbang to it. It's such a good fucking song. My God,
I do want to see Black Label Society live, even though I don't know much by them.
I've seen
It,
him live,
it looks
and
like he just puts on a hell of a show.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it is nothing but a biker party. When I went to it, half the crowd was Black Label Society fans, the other half was Hell's Angels members. And it was a party. It was fucking awesome. There was even an after party that the band went to the pub next door, and oh, it was just so fucking good. I highly recommend you guys just check them out because I think the last album they put out was like 2016, 2015
Mm.
maybe. It was really good, honestly. Um, yeah, but yeah, Zach
So
Wild.
I've got a little bit of a side thought here. I
Sure,
brought up how Rey Mysterio's music is POD,
right.
and then we talked about RVD coming out to Pantera. There has been discounting ECW because they did not pay for licensing rights, so they just played whatever the fuck they wanted and said, "Hey, sue us. We don't have anything anyway."
Mm,
But lots of wrestlers have had licensed music.
they have.
Like Edge, whether he's in WWE or if he's in AEW, has Metalingus by Altered Bridge
Oh, such
A
a
as
great
his theme
fucking
song.
song. Isn't Alter Bridge just Creed without Scott Stapp?
A little heavier, I would say.
I mean, like it's,
Yeah.
it's the same band, but like without Scott Stapp.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so,
I'm
but
not sure.
they're definitely heavy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got them, and all they did to change over from WWE to AEW is in WWE the song started with a clip from like 1997 in his original like debut vignette
Mm.
where they're like, you think you know me, you think you know me,
Miles, can I do for me?
and then it would go in like the Metalingus, just
Just that
on this
blast
day.
of drums, like holy shit.
So when he debuted in AEW, it was "You Think You Know Him,"
Right.
and so they just changed that one little word and then drop it exactly the same. Fucking fantastic. CM Punk using Living Colors, Cult of Personality,
Limp
wherever he
Bizkit.
goes.
Limp Bizkit for The Undertaker for his American Badass era.
Yeah, they did Rollin'
Yeah.
for Taker, and then he switched over to American Badass by Kid Rock.
Right. He did too. Then you got Triple H for King of Kings by Motorhead.
And
Also, The Game is by Motorhead.
Right, that is too. Oh, fuck.
Just a little side note before we move on too far. I looked it up, and Alter Bridge consists of Miles Kennedy and the former members of Creed, Mark Tremonti, Brian Marshall, and Scott Phillips.
What? Holy fuck.
Yeah. So all it is just Creed 2.0 without a alcoholic singer.
Holy fuck. Good
Well,
sound either way.
Metalingus is great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alter Bridge is just
crazy
good.
to think. Crazy to think that that's the same band, essentially.
Yeah, shit. I'm trying to think of any other.
But yeah,
Go ahead.
I mean, and there's been like guest people that have done like DX's theme. There was a remix by Run DMC. Disturbed did a version of Stone Cold song.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
like there's been Stone Cold's still around.
I was choking at my vape. I said, what I mean is, rest in peace, Stone Cold. He's not dead. He just made enough money and called it quits from the spotlight.
Whatever. He wrestled like 2 years ago.
He's hanging out on Skull Ranch as we speak, man. Just living out his life.
Yeah, no, he wrestled like. Yes, that's where they're at.
And my grandma,
they're drinking
my grandparents.
Wait, yep, they're all drinking Stone Cold's IPA.
That was with Kevin Owens, right?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so. Fuck, that was a good match too.
And fucking Stone Cold was taking suplexes on the concrete, man. Like it was nuts.
I forgot about that, and anytime I see a wrestler take a hit right on concrete, my back is screaming at me already.
I want to say what my favorite instance of licensed music in wrestling is, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wrestler, Orange Cassidy. Oh, he's in AEW. Mm-hmm. Orange wears all like really light, like almost white denim, like really light blue. And usually has a t-shirt, but it just has his face on it. And he wears aviators.
Right.
And his whole gimmick is essentially he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's just bored to be there.
Just zero fucks.
One of his first pay-per-view appearances in AEW was a ladder match. And he walks out and he walks to the commentators and he's like, "What am I doing?" And they're like, "Orange, like Tony explained this to you 10 times. You have to climb the ladder and take the thing down." And he's like,
it's like, fuck, really?
And so he walks to the ring and he's like stands on a ladder as it's laying flat and tries to reach up. Like he's trying to do everything he can to not actually expend effort. And that snowballs but essentially his character is based off Paul Rudd's character in Wet Hot American Summer.
Yes.
That's the basis of the Orange Cassidy character. Like he's a champion right now. He's one of the best fighting champions in the company. He carries the belt in a JanSport backpack. Like I don't want to wear it on my waist. That's too much work. I'm just gonna put it in the backpack. Like,
just to hear.
But well, I was gonna say he started with just like generic music, and then they got in Pixies' "Where Is My Mind." Fantastic track, and it fit Orange. Like that was a good entrance for him. But then they finally got the rights to Jane, the opening song from Wet Hot American Summer.
Nice.
And so like the lights come up, Orange is standing there, this little half-assed thumbs up, and it's like, Jane! Like it's fucking perfect. It's my favorite licensed music in all of professional wrestling is the culmination of a character based off Paul Rudd in a random indie 2002 comedy flick. Gets the opening music from that. That's just
chef's kiss on that one.
Chef's kiss. It's perfect.
I think now we brought it up, but all I could think of is Kid Rock, American Badass.
For Biker Taker.
Yeah, Biker Taker. I don't know. It's just he went with that style, and I really dug it for the era. And then when he goes back to like the Undertaker look with like the trench coat, the hat, and everything, I'm like, yeah, okay. But I still like.
They kind of brought Biker Taker back for his last match.
That is true too.
Like his last match, he wasn't necessarily the Undertaker anymore. He was all the people he had been.
Okay.
So he was the American Badass. He was the Dead Man. He was Mark Calloway.
Fuck. I gotta look up
all
match.
of them. Yeah, that's good shit.
Fuck.
It's great. AJ Styles. It's so good. The Boneyard match is what it's called. It's a cinematic match, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was in a cemetery, right? Kind of, sort of. Yeah. Okay. I think I did see that one now.
It's so good. That was from the 2020 Royal Rumble, and it was madness. So good.
It just, yeah, I gotta rewatch that one again. But fuck yeah, what a way to leave like your career. Like that's just so awesome. Um, yeah,
Trying to think of any other big ones. Gnome, do you have any offhand while I think?
Of licensed music and wrestling.
yeah.
I
If you could think
Yeah.
any,
God, dude, we've named all the ones that I know: Metalingus, Cult of
Yeah.
Personality,
yeah.
The Game, uh, King of Kings.
King of Kings is so good.
Ah,
I'm only
yes.
all that's going off in my head is like all the actual like made themes for WWE, not
Right.
actual like
Which they had some fucking bangers back in the 90s.
you ask me which one, and the first one that comes off in the back of my head is well, it's the big show. Like it's still one of
So,
my
funnily
favorites.
enough, when Paul White left WWE
Yeah.
and went to AEW, they got the same guy who recorded that for the WWE track
What?
to record it again for AEW. And so his new theme song still starts with "Well." It's so
Nice.
funny.
But if
Yeah.
he's not saying well, he's just saying whale because he's
Well,
a big
then
guy.
that or
Could be.
just hearing Glass Shatter for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Those are the two
That's
that
iconic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like I think there was a conversation I had with a few friends, and the question they asked me was like, think of one like the very first few notes you hear and of a wrestler's theme, and you know you're gonna get fucked up. And I was
Oh,
like,
and
and to me,
that's
it's
honestly
Bret the Hitman Hart. You hear that pitch
yeah.
harmonic, you're fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. That's something I noticed in watching the Rumble this past week
Hmm.
is that nobody has an iconic theme song anymore.
No, not
Like it all
really.
sounds the same, so I can't get hyped when I hear someone's music because I don't know who the fuck it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Where like you said, like back in the 90s, you hear that glass shatter and the arena fucking erupts
Yeah.
What
because
was
they
Kane's?
know who's coming.
What was Kane's walkout song?
He had his own
So
stuff.
he had well, he did, and then there was also Slow Chemical. Uh, did or the song is called Slow Chemical, and I'm trying to remember who did it, but that was my favorite Kane entrance. That was when he came back in 2001.
Yeah, I loved
Uh,
when he would wear the mask.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
was my
yeah.
favorite Kane era.
2001 Kane, he was still in the mask, but he was in Finger 11 is who did that.
Wow. Okay.
God, I don't think they're around anymore, are they?
Finger Eleven's still
I don't
going.
think so.
Really?
Are
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, they're still going. They played a few shows in Canada that I've seen. I think last one I seen was in Edmonton. Wasn't bad.
Yeah. Kane 2001 when he returned, he was jacked as fuck. He was wearing just like the tank top style, didn't have the arms covered anymore.
Yeah, and just like the partial
But he
mask
was
with the
still in
long
the
hair.
mask. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god, he was terrifying.
Yeah.
That's my favorite iteration of Kane.
And then like I know because he's a hometown boy, but you hear them bagpipes and you know shit's gonna get crazy when you hear
Oh yeah.
Rowdy Piper just barreling down the runway. But yeah, like that's something that I didn't even think of till now. Like you know, y themes don't hit as hard as they used to.
Well,
Like
but that's WWE because they do
yeah,
it all in house now, with the rare exception of someone like a CM Punk,
yeah,
uh, where he can bring the music with him. But
mm.
even then, he didn't get to do that this time. He has to use the re-recorded version of Cult of Personality in WWE because Tony Khan still has the rights to the real version for AEW television.
Fuck. Um, actually,
But AEW succeeds there though because all of their themes are really unique. Most of them are made in house, but they have a lot of licensed themes as well.
mhm.
But even the ones made in house, it's instantly you know who that person is.
It's just yeah, like with you bringing up like all you have to hear is that like 2 second audio, and you
Hmm.
know who it is, and you're losing your shit. Like a great example of that, it was both the Hardy Boys coming back in the Fatal 4-Way match.
Mm-hmm.
It was like last second. It was like, oh, it was gonna be a 3-team ladder match. Now it can turn to a
To hear
fatal
that
4-way.
battle, battle,
Yeah,
battle.
and the whole crowd loses their shit. And like both boys are just as excited to be back as much as people seeing them
Fun
again.
fact, that's also still their theme music in AEW.
Oh no shit, really?
Yeah, because
Nice.
that was part of a music library. So Tony Khan just bought the library.
Fuck, no shit. That's awesome, man. I wonder, like, because I don't watch a whole lot of like wrestling anymore these days, but I did know that like CM Punk, like, he got canned from AEW for his shit.
Being a real bag of
Yes.
dicks.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Is he now back at WWE, or is he
Yes.
just like,
He is.
oh fuck, okay. At least he
He's
had him
back at
all done.
WWE, and he wrestled in the Royal Rumble and tore his tricep, and he's out for 9 months.
Oh fuck!
Talk about karma.
That is karma to the highest degree. I think I don't know if it would be up there, but another theme like I got here like a few seconds, and I know who the hell it is, and it's Diesel. Kevin Nash. Like,
Yeah.
just to hear that, like that, just like the startup of the diesel truck. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know who
Big Daddy Cool.
that big hulking fucker is coming down this runway. Like shit. Oh,
Big Daddy Cool, Kevin Nash.
what about you guys? What's one song, like one entrance, like licensed or not? You hear a few
Undertaker.
seconds and you're just stoked.
Undertaker, because you don't know where he's coming from.
Oh right, like are you talking like his original take?
Just like gong.
Just the gong.
Like you hear the first gong. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lights just shut off. You hear the gong, and you're like, "Where is he coming from?"
That,
They
like-
turn the lights back on. He's just right in the center of the ring, and you're like, "Where the fuck did you come from, pal?"
Well, like there was one match I think I remember seeing, and it was like it had two guys trash talking or calling out both Kane and Undertaker, like the brothers of destruction. And like, where are you coming? Huh? Come out here. The lights come out and just woof, the lights come on, and both of them are right behind them, just staring down at these two fuckers on the mic. You see these big, dark, scary looking fuckers. It's like, oh yeah. You may just want to back up what you just spoke into the mic about 2 seconds ago. Oh my god. What about you there, Captain?
That's a good question. I'm thinking back. I mean, I've been watching wrestling for
Oh yeah,
decades and decades
You're
now.
a veteran.
Probably still my favorite. No, in terms of like they're coming out to make the save. Is that kind of what you're implying there? Like shit's about to go down. Like their music hits. There's already action in the ring.
Either or, whether it's like, you know, Royal Rumble, you don't know who's coming down that road, or there's something going on. But like the minute you hear that, like first few seconds of that track, you're like, shit's about to go down.
Royal Rumble wise, it's got to be when Edge returned a couple years back.
Oh,
because he'd been out of the ring for a decade at that point and was told he would never wrestle again. And then it's countdown for entrant number 21, and it's like, you know, 0 or 1 0, and it's kind of quiet for a second. He goes, "You think you know me?"
Yeah.
And the goddamn roof flew off the place. Edge comes out, it's Metalingus, and he is just soaking it up. Like,
he's just so ready for it.
That, for Royal Rumble wise, that definitely did it for me. But back like in the 90s, it was The Rock's music.
Can you smell?
Yeah.
Rock
And he's just sprinting down the ramp full speed while that, like, he's in the ring before it even gets to the music.
Yeah.
Like, and then he's throwing those hands. Bam. Like, yeah, that was The Rock during that era was something else.
Oh,
and now he sits on the board of directors. So.
Oh shit. I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah. Vince McMahon is out.
I mean, oh yeah, finally. You bring up The Rock, and I think the only one I could probably think closest to that kind of entry is Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker?
Sucker.
Yeah.
Bam, down.
Just to hear that, it's like, oh shit. Oh fuck, here we go. But Yeah.
The NWO's theme was good at that too. Like if they were doing a run in or something, it would be like New World Order. Yeah.
There was a TikTok I seen, and I thought of you fucking immediately. And the caption was, when you're cleaning the house, but you still got that attitude era in you, and someone has like some like Lysol cleaning spray, and they like spray like they spray the NWO on the counter before I start cleaning. I'm like, that's Captain to a T. I'm guaranteed
for
that's
sure.
him.
We're taking over.
Oh yeah, I'd still be rooting for New World Order over like Generation X or anything. Easily.
It's so funny that DX is running the company now. Triple H is in charge of the main brand, and Shawn Michaels is in charge of NXT.
Holy fuck. Fuck. My God. Well, gang, has been another amazing episode here on the BPGN podcast with all things music. We were talking today on this episode with a little splash of movies. I am the Big Red Gamer. Alongside with me,
Captain Coronatan.
and alongside with him,
Papa Gnomes.
we'll be seeing you guys on the next episode. And as always, Excelsior.
Fucking nerd.